Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a very quick Sacred Union energy update. I want to thank you guys for your thoughts and prayers with my grandmother in hospice, a lot of other challenging life events happening with my family and loved ones. But I really want to thank you for your thoughts and prayers. My grandmother, my dad just told me my grandmother is awake and listening to Frank Sinatra, which is beautiful. But she is in hospice and declining rather quickly. They gave it a couple of days. So I'm just kind of trying to take it day by day. I'm at some moments of grief and releasing, letting go. But this journey has been beautiful in that really understanding that death is not anything to fear. I've faced my own death, know that there's nothing to fear there. And with others, that does not mean that we are not sad when they pass from this physical world. We miss their physical presence. But if losing my beloved Riley, my dog last year, taught me anything, which I've lost a lot of people in my life, unfortunately, but especially with Riley, he is around me all the time. And that's how we know that it's just a transition. That's all it is. And energy really can't be destroyed. Energy and love is all there is, and we carry that with us. And it's just a transition from the physical body to the next. And that veil is becoming thinner and thinner and thinner. As I, try to be there for my family, as I, attend to my own feelings of grief and letting go, I am going to be, over the next few weeks, there's a lot of transitions happening for me, positive ones as well. I'm happy to announce. I'll have more on that later. But there's going to be a lot of transitions, so I do want to make sure you guys are aware that things are going to be kind of as I'm able to do it for the time being, as things are transitioning, as life is transitioning. So I am open to bookings. Patreon will continue to be a new pick-a-pile once a week, starting in May again. I'm going to be having a giveaway for some items in my Etsy shop to mark the beginning of May, which is also Lyme Awareness Month. Some of you know that I suffered from Lyme disease for almost a decade now. I'm a huge advocate, continue to be, built my own nonprofit for it to help other patients. And while my journey has kind of stepped away from that as I've healed, especially the trauma from that, I am still a huge advocate. So my way of giving back, something that I wanted to do is a giveaway. So we're going to do that for the month of May. I'm still getting the details down, but stay tuned to the community page. Make sure that you're staying tuned to Instagram and Facebook as well, because I'll have all the announcements up there as well. So a lot of transitions happening. Please, hang in there with me. I know it's not going to be a strict schedule. I know it's going to be a take it as it comes with regards to channeled messages, with regards to, is it going to be a Sacred Union update today? Is it going to be an Ascension energy update today? I just have to learn how to go with the flow. I have learned how to go with the flow, and that's just what I'm able to do right now. So I feel like doing a Sacred Union energy update today. The energy is here. Let's find out what's going on. There are some Ascension messages that I do want to speak about that have been coming in for the past few weeks. So eventually I will have those channeled messages and updates up on a video soon. Again, we'll continue with the pick-a-piles, but it's gonna be as it comes right now. So I really appreciate your patience. I really appreciate your compassion for me and everything that I'm going through as well. Like I always say, I'm on the ascension journey with you guys, and not just that, but the life journey. And sometimes the life journey can be a little bit challenging. A lot of good things, but a lot of challenges as well. And it just feels like a lot of transitioning that's happening right now. And I feel like that's for the collective. A lot of you have written to me and told me that you're going through some life changes as well. That seems to be a recurring theme in client readings. So, let's just embrace each other and hold compassion and space for each other and that love for each other, and we will get through it together. We will all get through it together, for better or for worse. Whether it's something that feels challenging or something that feels very exciting, transition and change can always be difficult, especially on the egoic mind that isn't always prepared for it. And that's why it is a transition. The more we transform, the more we transition out of the old and into the new. So let's just, continue that. Your community, this community is one of the best things that has ever happened in my life. And I'm so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. You guys show me that community constantly in the comments, and you're sharing your journeys in the emails, in the when I have the live streams. You guys are there for me as I'm there for you. You guys are there for each other. You are so beautiful, and I'm so grateful for you. And let's just continue to build a community and be there for each other. All right, so before I get even more sentimental and sappy, because that is where I'm at these days, let us see what is going on with these sacred partners and these sacred unions. Everything is shifting. Everything is shifting, and it is magical. And we can feel that shift. We can feel that transformation. And it feels weird. It feels a little bit foreign because it's like, whoa, is this really what 5D is? Is this really what ascension is? Is this really what higher consciousness is? And yes, and we're starting to see that in our physical realities take shape, be molded into our physical realities. And it is beautiful and extraordinary. And feels a little bit foreign to us because we've been holding on and believing in this journey for so long, and we've had our doubts, and we've had our questionings, and we've had our lack of faith even, but it's here, and it's transforming, and it's shifting, and we're able to physically see those shifts and see those transformations and see those miracles that aren't really miracles. They're just miracles to the mind that doesn't believe, miracles to the mind that doesn't have faith in your own creation abilities, in your own power, in your own magic. That's all a miracle is your creation. And we really are at the state in our ascension journey where we're recognizing that magic, we're recognizing that power inside of us. And it's not power of the old paradigm of corruption and control. This is power of magic, recognizing our divinity, recognizing our self-empowerment, recognizing our strength, recognizing our courage. That's what this power feels like. And we're really seeing that manifest, our power to manifest in the physical reality. So what seems like miracles, they're not really miracles. It's you shifting the energy because it's you doing the work and you transforming, which is beautiful. All right, so what's going on with these sacred partners? Oh, gosh. All right, what's going on with these sacred partners? Oh, gosh. All right, worth waiting for is what flew out. Divine timing is at work in your love life. This feels like an ascension energy update, but I'm going to go with the sacred partners because you guys are on the sacred union path to ascension. Doing this with a sacred partner, or just for the union balancing of the masculine and feminine energies within yourself. Worth waiting for. That's exactly what I was just channeling. That's exactly what was coming in. Moving to a higher level of engagement. Higher level of engagement does not necessarily mean commitment with your partner. It could, but it means to a higher level of your journey, a higher level of ascension, a higher level of communication, higher level of intimacy. If we're talking about sacred partners, just a higher level of you. This is transformation. A new phase, a new cycle, a higher level of your journey. That's exactly what this is. And that's why it's worth waiting for. That's what all the work was for. And the work doesn't stop. The work doesn't stop. You have to keep transforming. You have to keep evolving because evolution and ascension is an ongoing process. But you have done so much of the work of clearing out that soul sludge, clearing out that toxic energy. So now what you're bringing in is just a recognition of your divinity and doing the work in that respect. Continuing to clear for the collective, even continuing to clear for yourself as things come up. But so much of the past lifetime stuff, so much of the trauma, so much of the past cycles and karma, which is just an energy that is replayed, that is cleared because of the work that you've done, or it is clearing out now. And that's why it's worth waiting for, because we are going through this beautiful ascension and bringing in a higher level of us, a higher level of everything. It's all been in divine timing because we needed to continue on the path in order to get to where we are right here, right now. It's all been worth it. And it's not like you were waiting, anxiously, impatiently. I mean, yes, the ego is kind of impatient, but your soul always knew that you were on this journey, that you were walking this path, and every single step on the path was right for you. All the timing was right for you. That's what divine timing is because it was, divine timing is you're exactly when and where you need to be on your journey for your healing and for your growth. If we take this to the partnership level, if you were with your divine counterpart 2 years ago, when we all wanted to be, right? Would you be the same person then as you are now? Possibly, but more likely not. Because your divine partner was pushing you to grow, pushing you, triggering you, not out of anything but love, pushing you to be the best and highest version of yourself, to take action for your life, to set healthy boundaries, to be conscious and aware, to be mindful, to slow down, to speed up, to listen to your intuition, to be able to express yourself. So many different facets, so many different aspects of yourself to be healed, to be integrated, to be recognized, to be brought into your awareness, to be a better and higher version of yourself. And it's all through this love with this partnership. And so you're here, right now, always in sacred union. There is no separation. Separation is the illusion. You're always in sacred union. It's just the illusion that you're not, that you have to clear. And that's what you've been doing. As you ascend, as you shift in consciousness, as you gain higher perspectives, as you become more aware of the ascension aspect of the journey and not just the relationship, not just focusing on the relationship, but focusing on the relationship and the connection to yourself and source energy in the universe, the more you understand the bigger picture. Okay, I understand why it was worth waiting for. I was worth waiting for. Me, this highest version of myself. And if you feel like you're still working on yourself, keep going. Because you're always, we're all always going to be working on ourselves. But you reach a point where it feels like beauty and balance and harmony within, where you truly love yourself unconditionally. You realize that you were worth waiting for. This journey back to yourself was worth waiting for, and that's what your partner brought you. Your partner showed you yourself, showed you your potential, showed you your magic. They were reflecting back to you yourself. And in the beginning, it was intense and it was even toxic because they were just re-triggering you, reflecting in you those elements within yourself. But they were doing so from the embrace of unconditional love. Toxic energies, toxic partners, or something else. We're talking about sacred partners here. We're talking about that divine partnership connection. Every relationship reflects back to us something in ourselves to be healed, something in ourselves to learn and experience to be had for our growth. Divine partners really reflect that true mirror back to ourselves, but it's coming from that place of unconditional love. It's coming from that place of forgiveness, and you can feel that vibration. You can feel the energy of love. Always, always, always. And yes, they challenge you, and yes, they push you, but they push you to be the highest version of yourself by clearing out all the triggers and all the trauma and all the heartbreak and all the old energy. And that's what you've become. You've become the highest version of yourself. You've welcomed yourself home to yourself. That's what's been worth waiting for. And so now you can enter into a truly beautiful, conscious relationship with your partner, where perhaps you weren't really ready before, if you're honest with yourself, because there was more growth to do. Your partner is not meant to make you happy. You're meant to make yourself happy. You're meant to grow in yourself. You're meant to love yourself. And from that love, you're able to offer that to another. And they're able to offer that to you. And then you pour it into that one cup, that Trinity energy, that cup with source energy. That's a Trinity energy. And from that, your relationship becomes a third energy itself. A conscious, living entity is your relationship that you must grow and you must nurture. But you can't do that unless it's balanced. You can't do that unless you're loving yourself and your person is loving themselves. You can't do that unless you go through this growth process. Because otherwise you'll just be going around and around and around in a karmic circle. That's what ascension is all about. It's about breaking the patterns, breaking the cycles, moving into the next, continuing to evolve and grow. That's why it's all worth waiting for. This journey has been worth waiting for. You have been worth waiting for. Coming home to yourself. And as you come home to yourself, you come home to each other. Oh, I feel like I could just end there, man. Don't end there, I know. All right, I'm looking for, what deck do you want me to use? We're just going to go with traditional tarot. Yeah, okay. Haven't used this deck in a while, but that's what I'm called to. All right. Let's just get a couple of energies for this union energy. I think that's what we're doing. We'll do a Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine check-in as I'm able on the community page, on Instagram, and on Facebook. It'll be a written post, but let's get a... What's going on with this union? What's going on with this union energy? One more. Spirit, what do you have to say for divine counterparts? What do you have to say for divine counterparts? I guess we're taking it one at a time. You change your perspective and you change yourself. That's what I'm hearing. You change your perspective and you change yourself. You expand your perspective. They're correcting me. You expand your perspective and you change yourself. And sometimes that does mean shifting your perspective. Sometimes that does mean considering, analyzing, and shifting your beliefs or your patterns. But through that comes expansion. And from the expansion is how you change yourself, how you grow, and how you shift your physical world, how you shift your physical life. And I feel like this card is giving me ascension energy. This card is giving me expansion. That's what you've been doing. You have been shifting yourself. You have been growing. That's what healing is. That's what clearing is. Energy clearing is just about expansion. You're clearing out what I like to call that soul sludge. It's all that dense energy inside of yourself. It's anything toxic, anything traumatic, from past lifetimes, from this lifetime, from inner child work. It is all that soul sludge that kind of feels gunky inside of you, that kind of feels very dense, that kind of feels very weighed down. The more you clear that out, the more you allow in more light, the more you allow in more love, the more you expand in consciousness. That's what this is, expansion. And I feel like both of you are going through, it just feels accelerated. You've gone through the process of ascension. You've gone through multiple awakenings. This feels like now it's the next level. And that next level is going to be accelerated. Accelerated shifts. I don't feel so much as in, there are going to be physical changes. But I don't feel like this is so much physical anymore. I feel like that's going to be settling down, settling in. I feel like this is more internal, and it doesn't feel like tower moments. This feels very positive. This feels like just expanding inside of yourself, expanding within your heart space, expanding within your mind space, as in getting upgrades, really tapping into your intuition, really opening up your crown, really opening up your heart chakra, really allowing yourself to express yourself, really grounding yourself and rooting into your physical experience, but from that higher consciousness, from that higher perspective. And this feels like accelerated. So I feel like you're going through accelerated expansion, accelerated growth. Now, you had been through, ascension is essentially accelerated expansion and growth, but it felt more difficult in the past because of all those tower moments, because of all those shakeups, because of all the karma that you were releasing, because of all that soul sludge you were releasing. That's not what this feels like. This feels like, for lack of a better word, it feels like pure energy. It feels like this is just continued ascension, accelerated ascension, but from that higher consciousness. So it's almost like things are going to be picking up speed, but it's a positive thing. This feels like new understandings, new wisdoms coming in, more downloads, more upgrades, just higher understandings, because you know how to go deep within the heart now. You know how to trust your intuition. You know how to receive that wisdom and the understandings that are coming in now. So accelerated, but not in the tower moments of before. Not in the pushing of before, not in the transformation of before. You're going to continue to expand and transform, but this feels like very positive, pure energy because of of the ascension process you have been through up until this point. Give me more, please. Oh, gosh. Just saw the 10 of Wands. Yeah, you're placing down those burdens of the past. It's not going to be that energy. It's not going to be that burden energy, the burden of the journey. That's what you've let go of. You've let go of the journey in itself. And now it's all about integration. It's all about embodiment. And from that embodiment, you get to just enjoy ascension. You get to just enjoy expansion because you've been through a lot of the tough cycles. You've been through all of that. You don't have to go through that anymore. That's done. That doesn't mean that there are not going to be challenges. That doesn't mean that there's not going to be obstacles to overcome. But now you know that you can overcome them. Now you know that you have the tools to overcome them. And it's going to be, it's almost like with ease. It's going to be with ease. You have coping skills. You have coping mechanisms. Not coping, that's not the right word. But it's abilities. You have gifts now. You have abilities to overcome. You have abilities to work through. You have the tools. You have the tools. So challenges aren't going to feel so much like challenges. If you look back at a couple of years ago and you were faced with the same challenges, those challenges might have made you crumble, might have made you feel like, I can't do this anymore, I can't go on. But now there's a fire and a strength inside of you that says, I can go on, I can do this, I can get through this, because you have that higher awareness, you have that higher level of consciousness. You have that awareness of, what is this trying to teach me? What is this trying to show me? And how can I shift the energy within myself to shift this experience for the better? That's the higher level of consciousness that you have now. And that is what's going to make the difference with every experience that comes into your experience, that comes into your reality. That's what makes the difference. The perspective. Okay. Spirit, I want to get 2 more cards, please. Tell me about these sacred partners. Tell me about these sacred partners. There's something new coming in. Something new, something balanced, and something very beautifully strong. This strength card is giving me this energy of just, feels like balance. When I see the strength card, sometimes it gives me the energy of taming the ego. What I'm getting here is an integration of the ego. And so whatever is coming in here, something tangible, something physical, something brand new, something exciting, but something very real and sincere at the same time, something balanced. Pouring into each other is what I'm feeling. Pouring into each other, nurturing each other in your love. That's what's giving you strength. That's what's giving you new vitality. It's a tamed energy, by which I mean it's a harmonious energy. It's an integrated energy. It's no more that back and forth, no more that hot and cold. Yeah, look, very balanced, very, very just, very grounded. It's no more that seesaw energy. No more of that back and forth. No more of the up and down, the hot and cold. This is tamed in that way. It's integrated in that way. It's harmonious in that way. So when this comes in, it's going to be much more balanced. And it's going to feel good. It's just this healing energy that's coming in. Not so much of healing distorted aspects, but healing as in a balm for the soul. That's what this new level and phase is with your divine counterpart. It's like soulmate energy, but with your divine counterpart. You know how soulmate energy feels so good? Here's what it is. A long time ago on my website, I posted, I still have it there, Soul Connections. It's my own interpretation of the differences between different types of relationship. Karmic relationships, soulmates, twin flames, twin souls. Twin souls and twin flames I use interchangeably. But my interpretation from my own experience is every relationship has something to teach us. There is no negative relationship. It can feel negative because of what we're experiencing, but even karmic relationships are meant to teach us something. meant to help us grow. And even karmic relationships can be in a place of love. Karmic relationships get a really bad rap in this community, and that's why I don't talk about karmic relationships or situations, because everything is meant to teach us. Soulmates are that it could be soul family, it could be friends, it could be romantic partners, but it's very easy. It flows effortlessly. It's just, it just feels just very easy, just very simple, just very, I don't know how to put it, just good. It just feels, a soulmate connection just feels good, and you know it when you have one. You just bond easily, you're easily compatible, those things. That's a soulmate connection. Twin flames, I don't like that phrase anymore because it's been so corrupted, but twin flames can feel very intense and passionate and fiery and even toxic at times, but it's not the toxicity of the other person or of you. Let's not confuse twin flames with, you know, some negative relationships or negative experiences that relationships can have. Twin flames have that underlying current of unconditional love, but it's the flame that triggers you. It's the flame aspect, that fiery energy, that attachment, that need, that desire, that longing that just triggers in you all the old patterns and all the old templates. And it's not like the flame burns out for each other. You still have that passion, you still have that love. But the further along in this journey you go, the further along you grow on this journey, especially with your own self-love and your own healing, releasing the attachment to the other person, releasing the attachment to the journey, releasing the need, releasing the longing, releasing that grip that you have on each other or on the journey itself, that focus. When you release that, it becomes more harmonious into the twin soul energy. And twin soul is just, even the phrase, the connotation of twin soul. A twin flame and twin soul is the same exact thing. It's the same exact thing. It's just a different energy with each other. My interpretation is that twin soul and twin flame are, it doesn't have to be a different person. It's not a different person. It's just a different way of labeling the phase of the connection that you're in. Twin flame energy is very fiery and intense because of the healing that you're doing, because of the triggers, because of what's being brought up to the surface, because of the reflection that we talked about in the beginning. Twin soul is like, okay, we got through the difficult part. Now we're moving in harmony. Now our relationship feels good because I feel good within myself and you feel good within yourself. And we know that we're growing together. We know that we're expanding together in a conscious relationship. Twin soul energy just feels like this, like that balm for the soul. That unconditional love is still there. Passionate, fiery energy. If that's who you are as a couple, that's still you. That's still part of it. That doesn't go away. But the harmony is there now. The flow of love between you two is there now. The expressing yourselves is there now. The reciprocity is there now. That fiery energy, that blaze has been tamed. So now it just feels like a warm glow of love. Again, it does not mean that you don't have that passion. It doesn't mean that you don't have that sexual energy. It doesn't mean that's been, extinguished or anything. It just means that all that harshness, that intensity. And you guys can still be intense. I'm a Aries moon, my partner's in Aries, like we've got that intensity down. But you know how to harness it, you know how to tame it, you know how to balance that out. It's not that explosiveness that it once was. You know how to find the strength in it. That's what this feels like. It feels like you're moving into the next phase, a new beginning, something very real, something very tangible, something very fresh and young and exciting again, but something much more balanced and harmonious with each other. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy. I want to get one more row. Spirit, one more row. You and your partner Two of Wands here. You and your partner are manifesting your future together. Whether you are in physical communication or not, this is a brand new phase, a brand new level of your journey together, and you're manifesting this together. You are looking out onto the future. You know you have the world in your hands. You know that you're creating everything that I had channeled in the beginning. That's what the confirmation is coming in here. You are manifesting together. There's a brand new world that you are building for yourselves. And as you build that brand new world for yourselves, it has a ripple effect on the world as a whole. And we've been channeling that since the beginning. That's the power of this love. That's the power of this ascension journey. The more you shift within yourself into higher levels of consciousness and love, that has a ripple effect on the planet. And not just a planet, it has a cosmic effect. And the more you are in this harmony with your partner, the more it's just doubled. Spirit, a couple more cards. This isn't, okay, let me get one more, and then we'll just talk about it, and one more piece. Okay. This is an interesting energy for the, there's the Queen of Pentacles again, she keeps wanting to show herself. This is an interesting energy for the Five of Swords. Five of Swords, for me, tends to be conflict between the ego and the mind. That's not this energy at all. It could also be an energy of there's conflict, but there's like a battle, but there's no winner. That's not this energy at all. You guys know I'm an intuitive reader, so I'm just going to give you what I'm picking up on. Five is an energy of change. What I'm picking up on is this is in the past. The conflict is in the past. Walking away from the conflict. Walking away from the conflict to create your future with the Wheel of Fortune here. Letting destiny do its job. Again, divine unfolding. Knowing you're on the path. Knowing you're on the right path for yourself. Exactly when and where you're meant to be. Allowing things to shift. Allowing things, doing what you need to do to take action for yourself. But allowing things to shift. Co-creatorship with the universe. Allowing things to shift. Allowing things to align. That's what this energy is. It's about you creating with your partner. Looking forward to the future, creating for yourself. You know, don't, as you're creating for yourself, this is a really important message that's coming in. As you're creating for yourself, you don't hold yourself back for your partner, because as you're creating for yourself, it's going to have an impact on your partner. Because if you're not doing this together as a couple just yet, if you're creating for yourself, your partner's creating for themselves, then what happens is you come together and you've built this beautiful energy. It's like this. It's like, say you have a garden. If you're both working on the same section of the garden, then the rest of it just gets neglected and abandoned and overgrown. Your partner is in this corner working on their growth and their journey and what they're creating for themselves. You're over here in this corner working on yourself and your journey and what you want to create. And you have each other in mind. Oh, I shouldn't say it like that. You have each other energetically. You can feel each other energetically. You know that you're both working on this together. It's the same garden. And when you come together, you have this beautiful blossoming garden. And then you can decide, okay, where do we go from here? Maybe we plant more tulips. Maybe we plant more gardenias. Maybe we plant a lemon tree here. Maybe we do this here. Maybe we cut this back. Maybe we put a bench here. But when you're getting started here, you're working on different parts of the same garden. So you cannot hold yourselves back for each other. You have to allow yourself to create and grow for yourself, because that's how you're creating together. That's what this is. This change energy is you are putting the past in the past. All of that intensity, all of that triggering, all of the separation energy, all of that pain and heartbreak is being walked away from now. Moving into the Wheel of Fortune. There's one more. There's something else. What is this energy, please? Okay. All right. And there's the Queen of Pentacles again. She keeps wanting to show herself. Because you're much more grounded, because you're much more stable, it's going to stabilize the connection. And vice versa. They have to stabilize themselves to help stabilize the connection. But you're doing this together. It's really important to understand that you're always doing this together. Whether you're in physical connection or not, energetically you're doing this together, and that's what manifests the physical connection. So with the Six of Wands over here, that's what this is. You're walking away from the conflict. Not walking away from each other, just putting the past conflict in the past. And that's what's leading to victory. Putting the past in the past, shifting your perspective, recognizing that everything led to this. Everything was because of your transformation and your growth. That's what's getting the wheel forward towards your connection. Yeah, I was like, there's something here. I need to know what it is. The Fool and the Eight of Wands. Fool being new beginning. This feels like partnership energy. I was actually seeing the Two of Cups in my mind, so I was surprised it didn't come out. No, Three of Cups, but that's my union card. There it is. That's my union card, you guys. Three of Cups is my union card because that's what we're talking about, the Trinity energy. You have your cup, they have their cup, both filled up on love and self. And what happens is you pour into the third cup. That's that union energy. That's the relationship. But with the Fool and the Eight of Wands, that's the new beginning. And what is it? But it's forward action from here. Forward movement from here. Loving energy, harmonious energy from here. This is the next phase of your journey. We're entering it now. You're feeling the shift now. We've been going through this transition energy. It's all happening now. Okay. I want to end with a message from Journey of the Heart. A union message, please. A union message. Okay, we have the High Priestess. When you follow your intuition, you're stepping into the vibration of love. Connect to your partner through the higher heart and trust in the messages you're receiving. What I'm also getting is trust in the journey. Trust in the divine unfolding. Keep connecting. Keep having faith. Keep connecting in the higher realms. Keep looking at things from that higher perspective, from the higher consciousness, from the vibration of love, not the vibration of lack, not the physical, but from the energetic connection, because that is how you create. Keep shifting your perspective. All right, you guys, that is going to be it for today's reading. I'm sending you all so much love, so much light, and so much gratitude, and I will see you soon. Bye.